started, I want to welcome all of you to our university. It's even called a college, but it's university. And I want to say that when President Kennedy was elected in 1962, the first visit that he did, it was in the one of the American jails. And when he introduced himself, he said, "I'm very happy to see all of you as prisoners in this place and that out of the place." And this was the headline in all the in all the communication instruments in the United States. But I want to see that I am very happy to see you, because I think this conference, it's not only it happened now when we have another international conference in Paris, and I think both of these conferences dealing in one subject. And this subject is very important, not only because we deal in the green chemistry, but we, I think, deal how to build the people or the human beings to be more constructive and not destructive. This is the reason that our college and all of the staff in this university, we decided to, we also prefer this timing, not by the way. We made everything in order to be in this timing. And I can say one word before I make my words in the occasion that you invited, and I'm very happy to see you here. We have something in this college very unique, because you can see surrounding this table Christian, Jews, Muslims and Druze who are living together. And they're not living together because somebody compels them to be, because we wish and will to live together. This is the reason that this college very succeeded, and succeeded not only in the academic field. We are succeeded because we are integral part of this country, of this state, and also integral part of the global village, because we don't believe that in academy we have limits and borders. We have to be together. And some of our distinguished guests here, they visited us more than one time, and I'm happy to see you. And I pray that one day this world will be better to live in this world, not as we are witness what's happening today. Therefore, I think we have So hat man das
Ladies and gentlemen, the Academy Arab College for Education in Israel, Haifa, is honored to hold an international scientific conference in its premises. The Academy Arab College, with its president, Advocate Zaki Kamal, the head of the college, Professor Salman Aliyan, the head of the Academic Council, Professor Karna Pancha, Vice President Dr. Mohammed Al-Jiwat, together with all the faculty members, are all welcoming you here to the International Scientific Conference entitled Science Education and Green Chemistry for a Sustainable Future. The work of science and scientific research is an exciting area in which to work, and we will continue to meet and bring inspired people together in forums like this to ensure Academy College remains at cutting edge. The cars and trains that the college sees today are smartphones. The energy that lights this chamber, the clothes we wear, the food we eat, all these were developed and improved through research. Challenges of modernism are at our doors, and we need to accept them. We need to accept them in all aspects and move to close the gap with the developed world. For such to happen, knowledge and intellectual capacity is required. Knowledge is created through research, science, and technology development. This knowledge, when being adopted, helps in solving and evading constraints to development. It as well enables new opportunities for development to be explored. Thus, science is a system for exploring and for innovation. It is the engine of prosperity. It's important to humanity's future well-being. It can follow our nation's economic growth. It can form a path for our young people in a competitive marketplace, and it can fire our imagination. It deserves our commitment and investment in order for us to achieve progress in economic growth, social development, and environmental protection. Ladies and gentlemen, the college's president, Zaki Kamal, has been graciously devoting his time and effort for helping our college prosper. It's thanks to him that we have an Academy Arab College here in Israel that absorbs thousands and thousands of Arab students within different fields and tracks, some in PA track, others in MA track, and others enrolled within the continuing educational department. Advocate Zaki Kamal has been responsible for making our college a successful one that achieves the goals of having a better educated Arab society in the state of Israel. To achieve this goal, Advocate Zaki Kamal ensures that Arab students receive education and training needed for the jobs of today and tomorrow. He, together with his administration, are working hard to make college more accessible, affordable, and attainable by all Arab families in Israel. The scholarships awarded to Arab students can show the great financial generosity Advocate Zaki Kamal has. This award has enabled the students to concentrate on what is important for them, which is education. This financial prosperity of them has inspired the students to give back this favor back to the community, and this generosity, in fact, is a world model. For the past 10 years, Advocate Zaki Kamal, together with his faculty members, have been greatly inspired to hold scientific conferences and scientific international conferences at the Academy Arab College here in Haifa. This can show his actual understanding of the significance of science education and scientific research. With all delight, I would like to invite Advocate Zaki Kamal to welcome his guests and researchers and to give his speech.
Thank you, Eva. I would give the best evidence and the par excellence example how a good fellow Arab fellow in this country can be so educated. I can mention Haba Hamashi from Farkare village in Israel. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, all of you are very distinguished. Therefore, I want to go exactly what the Chief Justice in the Supreme Court, Professor Aaron Barak said once that better if you want to deliver a speech, don't mention all the audience and all the guests because you can forget anyone. Therefore, I will not mention all the names of the very, very distinguished guests and also who you are here. But I have to mention Professor Peretz Lavi, the president of the Technology Institute in Israel. He is a good friend of us and we have cooperated in many fields, and the Technion is one of the high academic institutes in the world. Professor Bernard Pinchuk, he is my kind friend, and we established together one of the very important academic institute in Israel, the Netanya Academic College, and we are one of the 4 establishers of this academy, and he is in our academy the head of the academic council. My close friend and brother, Professor Salman Al-Ayan, the head of this college, we did together and continue to do for the benefit of this college, because we believe what we have to do in this college. We have the members of the board trustees of this college. We have all our friends of the college, and we have the lecturers of this college, and we have from the communications instruments in Israel, the director of the Arab television and radio, Mr. Yasser Atili, also with us. We have judges in this occasion, and I welcome Judge Hana Labi. And I have to mention one of the very outstanding academic, Arab academic in Israel. He was the first graduated from the medicine faculty in the Hebrew University after the establishment of the state, Dr. Hamad Saab, that he is now also a member of the academic board, the trustees. Dr. Muhammad Al-Jirab, who did this very constructive conference in this college, and this is not the first time. My colleagues, my friends, excuse me because I will not mention every one of you, but you are welcomed. As you know, we are Arab University, Arab College, and therefore I will speak few words in Arabic and few words in Hebrew, and after that I will speak most of my words in English, because we give the respect to our distinguished guests who participate one of very important summit conference academy in this college. إخواني وأخواتي، بغبطة وسرور أقول بأن هذه النخبة من كبار القوم، وليس فقط أكاديميا وإنما من رجال دين وشخصيات وأعضاء برلمان ومثقفون من جميع أطياف هذا المجتمع يجتمعون في هذه القاعة بمناسبة مؤتمر علمي. وعندما نتحدث عن العلم لنا الكثير ما نقوله، وهذه الكلية وضعت نصب ليس فقط عيونها وإنما أهدافها الأساسية أن تعطي للإنسان العربي في هذه البلاد وإنما وجد الإمكانية بالمساواة الحقيقية أن يثبت جدارته العلمية. وحقا لدينا وبفخر واعتزاز أقول الكثير من العلماء في العلوم الدقيقة وفي العلوم الأخرى، ونستطيع أن نفتخر بهم، وحقا نفتخر بهم، لأنهم ما وصلوه بقدرة وبنجاعة وبمثابرة وباجتهاد. وكلمة حق يجب أن نقولها بيننا الوزير غالب مجدي، وليس أقولها وزير مجرد لكلمة، وإنما وفقا للعرف العالمي الدبلوماسي النظامي، من كان وزيرا ونائبا يبقى وزيرا ويبقى نائبا، وهكذا على الأقل أنا أصف له فضل كبير جدا عندما كان وزيرا للثقافة والعلوم على هذه الكلية، وخدم المجتمع العربي بأمانة، لأنه لم يؤمن لا في الغالية ولا في الشعارات، وإنما في العمل. فأحييك أستاذ غالي. גבירותיי ורבותיי, אני אומר עוד מספר מילים בעברית. אם יש דבר שאני יכול לומר בסיפוק רב, שעברנו כברת דרך ארוכה במוסד האקדמי הזה, שאנחנו הוכחנו שבעצם אם אתה משתית את עבודתך על יושרה, תוך קביעת יעדים ואמונה במסר, אתה תוכל להצליח. המוסד האקדמי לפני 10 שנים כשקיבלתי את השרביט של הנהגתו, זה היה מוסד שנטע ומטע במצב קשה מאוד. ואני בעזרתם של מרצים מעולים, חבר נאמנים מן הטובים ביותר, וגם ועד מנהל שהוא בעצם הולך איתי ועם עובדים בכירים טובים ונאמנים, גם למכללה וגם לחברה הישראלית על כל גווניה ורבדיה. והגענו עד הלום. ומאחר ואני אמרתי שאני אחזור לשפה האנגלית, אז ברשותכם האדיבה, ואני לא אלאה אתכם כי יש ארוחת ערב טובה, ואני אעשה כמיטב יכולתי שלא אלאה אתכם, אבל בכל אופן יש איזה מסר שאנחנו חייבים להעביר לאותם מדעים שבאו אלינו מאירופה, מאמריקה, לעוד מספר מדינות, שנאמר להם גם את דברנו בערב זה. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, I continue my words in English because I think it's very important for you to know what is happening in our country, and especially in this academic institute, because you know every one of you hear what's happening in Europe in last months and last weeks, and also what's happening in the Middle East in general and in particular near in the countries that we are neighbors of them. But you know, we have this conference in a good time because we have the global summit in Paris, and this summit deals in the climate, global change, and you here have one of the very important conference about the chemistry, green chemistry. And while we have a linkage between the two summits, I don't think that every president or prime minister in Paris knows that we have a special and unique meeting here and conference. And I want to say that the world today have many challenges, but one of the very important challenge, how to prevent this mass of destructive weapons that kill the poverty peoples around the world. Because these rich countries sold the destructive weapons to the poverty countries, and these poverty countries kill their people. This happening in Syria, this happening in Iraq, this happening in Africa, in Asia, and all kinds of countries. The world do not realize that we have to rebuild what we want from the present world. If we want to continue only to develop destructive weapons, instead to give this millions, billions of dollars, of euro, to buy these destructive weapons, instead to give these billions to the poverty people, to give the elementary education, the elementary health, the elementary security. Why? Because the industrial countries have not only the high budget, they have also the high money in order to progress themselves and not the poverty people. I don't believe that any people who can be uneducated, if you give them the equal opportunities. The people in Africa and in Asia and in the Middle East, they have no equal opportunities to learn, to be educated, to eat, to have security. We have regimes who be represented by soldiers and by armies. These armies did not give the opportunity to the people how to live. We have in this college the message. We want to build the Israeli Arab and the Jewish Israeli to live together. We want to give the best and a good example how you can be different and live together with respect. If I accept the different, I will live with them. If I don't accept it, I will fight them. This is the reason that we are witness what is happening in the Middle East. This is not a new war in the Arab world. No. This is fighting each other, and they invite all kinds of states abroad, Russia, United States, Europe, in order to prevent the war, the entire war of them. What kind of war we are living? We hear every day that we hear only killers. We hear only about victims. They are innocent. They killed in the road. They killed in the store. Why? Why? Because we don't give the peoples the elementary education, the elementary social affairs. This is the reason that we have so an impossible world to live with, to live in it. I want to say that our college has a message. And even I say, not as Martin Luther King, I have a dream. And this dream, it's not because I want to only to dream. I do believe that this dream will fulfill. Why? Because I believe that the Arabs and the Jews They know one basic fact. They have to live together. I graduated from Hebrew Secondary School, Hebrew University, and most of my friends, close friends, are Jews and Muslims and Christian and Jews. We have to live with tolerance. We have to accept the different idea. If we will not accept each other, we have to return what's called love. We don't know today any word of love, only hatred. Why? Why? Our college has the message that we can educate these students. Even most of them are Arabs today. I call the Jewish people to send their children to this college. They have to live with the Arabs. They have to be integral with the Arabs. Exactly as in the Technion and in Hebrew University or Haifa University, there are Arab and Jewish students. There are lecturers also and good scientists in the Technion Arabs. Why not? We want this country to be the model how we can live together. I don't know if today, if you say that I want peace, then you don't have money to love, because you want peace. But we want peace beyond us. We want peace to live together. Peace, it not means that you are weak. Peace, you are strong. And if you are strong, you can make peace. If you are strong, you have to give people to live in peace. Security is integral part of peace. I want to end my words to thank you very much because you came in this occasion. I do believe that we will continue in our not only policy, but we will continue in order to achieve what we are believe. This country and this state, we are integral part of them. We will continue to contribute because we believe if you have the courage, you can contribute. If you haven't the courage, you will not contribute. Thank you very much.
Music is fun, and art and is science, and music and science are closely related. Thought uses mathematical principles in life, blended with creative thinking and inspiration to arrive at conclusions that are both enlightening and inspirational. It could be said that science is the music of the intellect, and music is the science of the heart. Professor Tayseer, a member of the Board of Trustees in our college, the head of the Eastern Music Department at the Jerusalem Music Academy, a professor in musicology department at Bar-Ilan University. His extraordinary achievements, due to them, Tayseer was included in the 21st edition of the Who is Who in the World, and in the 2000 Outstanding Intellectual of the 21st Century. In addition, he was selected as the Man of the Year of 2004 by the American Radiographer Center. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to enjoy listening to one of the best orchestras in Israel, composed by Professor Tayseer Yas. The orchestra is to be performed by Serena Yas on the piano, Yasser Yas on violin, and Ashraf Farah on goblet drum, the buka. Thank you. can't use data evidence to either support or dispute their original theories. So without the application of math in this regard, proving or disproving scientific theories would be impossible. Science is not to be disregarded from math, and that's why math and science are not to be separated. From the field of math, from the mathematics department, I would like to introduce Professor Bernard Patrick, the head of the Academic Council in the Academic Arab College for Education in Israel. Professor Bernard Patrick affirms the significant role scientific research plays in the development of economy and technology in a way that it can turn the society into a modern one that is able to face the challenges of our renewed world. To have it clearer and to have more precise information on this, I would like to welcome Professor Bernard Patrick, the head of the Academic Council, to give his speech.
Speak about mathematics and follow such a name. So I won't do either. I will just say some words of greeting to the visitors from abroad and welcome you here. First of all, I wish to express my thanks to all of you who have come here to Israel to attend this conference. It is very meaningful for us that you've chosen to do so at this particular time. An old Jewish custom is Pokrim B'chod Achsanya. One begins with praise to the host. The host for this conference is the Academic Arab College for Education in Israel in Haifa, the leading and most influential college of education in the Arab population of Israel. Many, if not most, of the teachers in the Arab schools in Israel are graduates of this institution. This college owes its dominant position among the academic teachers' colleges in Israel to the president of the college, Mr. Zaki Kamal. And having heard him speak, you can already understand why. Mr. Zaki Kamal is one of the leading jurists in Israel, a confidant and advisor to many Supreme Court justices, and a man of unbounded energy and creativity. Advocate Zaki Kamal has been the president, builder, and leader of this college on his own time and expense for over 10 years. Indeed, he has built the college into what it is today, the leading academic Arab college for education in Israel. I have in the past described him with great admiration as a supernatural phenomenon. The college is also very fortunate to have Professor Salman Elian as the provost, or in the terminology used here in Israel, the head of the college. Professor Elian is a renowned educator, scholar, leading linguist, and sociologist. He has built a strong and effective faculty and is responsible for many innovations in the field of education, especially in the Arab population. This college trains and grants degrees each year to hundreds of students, providing them with teaching qualifications ranging from kindergarten to high school level, homeroom teachers, as well as teachers specializing in mathematics and physical sciences, physics, chemistry, also English, Arabic, Hebrew literature, English literature, and more. Since the graduates of this college form a substantial portion of the teachers among the Arab population, they will ultimately wield great influence on the thinking in this sector of the population in Israel. During the period of their studies at the college, these future teachers develop an understanding and a worldview about many issues, such as living in harmony, which are crucial to the advancement of society and indeed civilization. These are the ideas which they, as teachers, then pass on to their pupils. Some of these pupils ultimately become part of the decision makers and leaders in the various fields of endeavor. Thus, the education of the students in this college and the topics to which they are exposed can have a profound effect on the nation's future. It is for this reason that I am so pleased to see that green chemistry and sustainability is a topic of a conference being held here at the Academic College for Education in Israel, Haifa. I have been aware of the important concepts of sustainability from its earliest stages. A close friend of mine, Dr. Jack Azar, formerly of Xerox Corporation, initiated lifestyle thinking in production of Xerox machines and products. Life cycle thinking examines environmental and health impacts of all phases of the product, from synthesis of raw material, extraction, synthesis or raw material extraction, to product usage, and finally end-of-life issues. Overall, raw material utilization in a world of finite resources becomes critical. Associated energy resources usage and water utilization are also primary concerns in evaluating life cycle impacts of products and materials. This is an enormous task that increasingly becomes more complicated each year. A sustainable world is a much more complex one for chemists, design engineers, and geophysicists to deal with, but it has the potential for delivering great opportunities and benefits for humankind, along with protecting our planet and its inhabitants for a long time to come. This college and these students are an example of the kind of social and professional environment that is created in all sectors of the population. Jews, Arabs, Druze, Christians, and others work together hand in hand. The further this minority population progresses, the Arabs, the Druze, through education and professional training, the greater will be the economic and social achievements in this sector, which will strengthen the fabric of the state and indeed the sustainability of the state. And we've heard, I would say, much more about this point from Zaki Kamal a few minutes ago. I am pleased that you all came to Israel at this time. It is my hope that upon your return home, you will relate to your friends and colleagues the reality, what you observed and experienced during your course of your visit. Thank you very much.
Moving to another interesting field in scientific research that is related to physiology and psychology, studied by Professor Peretz Levy, the president of Technion Israel Institute of Technology. He's an expert in psychophysiology of the sleep and sleep disorders. In the year 2006, Professor Peretz Levy was granted the EMAT Prize in Medicine, and he's the co-author of several books that include the Enchanted Bird of the Sleep and Restless Nights. I would like to invite Professor Peretz Levy to give us more information about his scientific research in this field.
Well, I'm not going to talk about sleep because all of you are asleep on me. And since I'm the president of the Technion, I decided to assume a role of an engineer and to talk to you about building bridges. Zaki, thank you for inviting me. I'm delighted to be here. And I would like to tell you a couple of things about the Technion that you may or may not know. The Technion cornerstone was laid in 1912. The first building was financed by the Vysotsky family. Each time you have the T-bag with a big W, this is the first donor to the Technion. But the planning was, the money was enough for half of the building. So where do you get the rest of the money? There was a visitor at that time in Egypt, and he was summoned to Ottoman Palestine. His name was Jacob Schiff. He was a banker from New York. And they asked him for the rest of the money. So he said, I'm ready to give you the money on 3 conditions. 1, the school name should be changed. It shouldn't be the Vysotsky School of Engineering. This was the original name. 2nd, this school should have an international board of governors. The board of governors should come from all continents. And 3rd, which is the most important, this school should accept students regardless of ethnic origin, religion, gender, and age. And lucky for us, they agreed to all 3 conditions, and they gave the money, and the old building, which is now in Hadar, was completed. This is bridge building. Education is a bridge between ethnic groups, religious groups, between genders. I tell you a story. Everybody now in the educational world is talking about MOOCs, massive online open courses. You are open your computer, and you can take any course you want all over the world. The first course that the Technion put on the internet was given by Professor Hussam Hayek. It was in Arabic, nanotechnology in Arabic. 7,888 students from the entire world registered for Hussam Hayek course on nanotechnology. 329 came from Syria. How did he find time in Syria to take nanotechnology course? I don't know. Hundreds came from Egypt, Lebanon, Jordan. This is building bridges between countries, between ethnic origin, between religions. I can tell you the Technion opened a branch in New York. We have now the first student from the Emirate who's going to get a Technion degree in New York. I truly believe that education can narrow the gap between groups, between the majority and the minority. 10 years ago, 7% of the students in the Technion came from the Arab minority, 7%. The Technion took upon itself to double the percentage. What we did, we do not believe in affirmative action, but we live in enhanced education. 10 years ago, 7%, 37% failure rate after the first year. This year, 21% of the students in the Technion come from the Arab minority. And failure rate is precisely as the entire population in the Technion. And the distribution is in all faculties of the Technion. This is building bridges. And I truly believe this is the only way to coexistence. So I'd like to congratulate both the college and particularly the guests who came from abroad. You also build bridges. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Bertzley, for your enlightening thoughts. Before I invite the next music performance, I would like to talk on behalf of the faculty members of the Arab Academic College for Education in Haifa. And I would like to thank you all for your very generous, for you all sponsors, for your generous sponsorship of our scientific conference. Your support will open many new opportunities for young people here in our college. I would like to thank the Department of Culture and Scientific Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Thank you. I would like to thank Steel Classification. I would like to thank Mr. Lutamorino for their support. Private banking, Beinlaumi, Capital, and Archer Horseman. Thank you all for your support for this conference. Thank you very much. Now I would like to call the next musical performance by Sylvias. Thank you. Director, Office of Sustainability, Professor at the Nelson Institute for Environmental Studies and affiliated in the Department of Chemistry. Professor Kathy Mandelkamp has received several awards. Among them was in 2015 the award for encouraging disadvantaged students into careers in the chemical sciences, American Chemical Society. Her recent publications include journals on learning chemistry, teaching and learning sustainability, energy education, and other scientific fields. Please welcome to the Autumn Domain, Professor Kathy Mandelkamp from the United States.
There you are. President Zaki Kamal. I want to thank you for having a dream. It's a dream you spoke of living together. It's a dream you spoke of education for all, everyone. And it's a dream you spoke of peace that involves security and safety. I believe you, I honor you, I thank you, and I will carry that message. I want to thank you for something else too. I think you know you have wonderful students. I got to meet them, to talk to them, to laugh with them, and I learned that they had long arms. They would hold their cell phone out and take pictures. And so now I have pictures with your students with their very long arms. They asked wonderful questions. They were good listeners. They will carry your message. And of course, I want to thank you for your wonderful colleagues. I had to look where you were, Dr. McConnell, but there you are. And now you have to listen, and I get to say thank you to you for such wonderful hospitality. You've given me another home here. Thank you for welcoming me. Thank you for teaching me. I have so much to learn. I come from Wisconsin, and it's a place where 3 people have come who have spoken about the environment. One was John Muir. One was Gaylord Nelson, and you may know him as the founder of Earth Day. And one was Aldo Leopold. As I say, it's a name that sounds very funny in English. Only one of these 3 people wrote a book, so I'm only giving you one book. But this is the book from Aldo Leopold, and it is very easy English, and yet very deep messages. And there's a line in this book that I love. It says, "Think like a mountain." I'm not going to explain it. Aldo will explain it. The book is signed by his daughter. Aldo died before I was born. But his daughter, no, it's his granddaughter, who still lives. So from the people of Wisconsin, I bring you Aldo Leopold, and I thank you very much.
Thank you. Adam, Walter.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Reinhard Mandelkamp from the United States for your words. Moving to Germany and going to the University for Bremen, to the Department of Biology and Chemistry, Institute of Science Education, Chemistry Education. I would like to welcome Professor Dr. Engel Aller, the chair in the Didactics of Chemistry at the Institute of Science Education at the University of Bremen. He was leader of different working groups within the European Chemistry Feminine Network, and he's a member of different boards of national and international journals in science education. Professor Engel has received different awards for his scientific work and teaching, and he was recently selected for the 2016 ACS CEI Award for incorporating sustainability into chemistry education. Please welcome Professor Engel from Germany.
To say more words than after all these things that were already said so far. And we heard about building bridges, and now we'll start maybe with a story which went even beyond bridges. It must be around the year 2008. Malika from Georgia and I started an initiative for the European Union, the so-called campus framework. And we were thinking about working together and selecting other countries to be involved. And I had a contact to Muhammad because he applied to be in the conference in Germany, but was not able to invite him because he was a bit late and all the slots in the conference were already gone. So I remembered him and said, are you interested with your college to participate in the European Union Forum? And he said, yes, this would be great. I said, but if you want to participate, there's one thing you have to do, because it's the EU regulation. You are from Israel, if you want to enter, you must bring me another partner. And it was a decision here in the college not to look for another Arab college, but to take one of the other colleges, which is Orani, which is just a bit outside from here, most of you will know. And so it was very interesting for me, being a German with our special historical relationship to the State of Israel, bringing people together from the Arab sector and from the Jewish sector, and to build a bridge. But this was not only a bridge, we became good friends, both sides, Muhammad and me, and also the colleagues from Oranim and me, and I hope also between them. So education is open to that, and I think these international corporations can really make friends. They can overcome bridges. And on the other side, when I'm at home and I say, oh, I go again back to Israel, and then they say, oh, Israel, are you safe there? What is about the politics? What is about the surroundings? I don't care. I have friends here, and I want to come back, and you know I'm coming back once or twice a year to this college and to Oranim and to the Weizmann Institute, because science education can make friends. And I think this is a very good contribution to sustainability, because we continue working together, we invest in the young generation, and we hope that we can make the world even a bit better place. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you, Professor Engel, for your words. Going back to music, a remarkable quote by Albert Einstein says, on the overlap of science and music says, music has no effect on research work, but both are born of the same source and complement each other through the satisfaction they bestow. In fact, both science and music use formulas and theories to solve problems and to explore the intangible mysteries of life. Music is not just an arranged set of noises pleasant to the ear. Music is a thread that spans the gap between cultures and languages. Music is a means of finding compatibility within a society as well as a link with other societies. Music has the ability to progress past science. I would like to welcome back the performance, especially Serena Yas, for giving her performance and last performance in the classical urban music composed by Professor Serena Yas. to the United States, but to Florida, to the Department of Chemistry in Florida Institute of Technology. Professor Kurt is the General Chemistry Coordinator at the Online Learning Science Chair in Florida Institute of Technology. In the year 2013, Professor Kurt was granted the Florida Tech Career Clark Award for Excellence in Teaching. Among his researchers, he studies the significant effect of nanotechnology on the global economy and our everyday lives. Please welcome Professor Kurt Winkleman from Florida Institute of Technology.
I thank all the people involved in bringing me here and organizing this wonderful event. This has been a fantastic opportunity to meet people from different cultures, all coming together with a common goal towards education and building bridges. I want to thank the president of the Era College and everybody who participated in this event, and for giving me this unexpected opportunity to address all of you. The research that I perform is valuable to me because I get to meet wonderful students, like the students I've met today, to meet other faculty, and to share a common goal towards bringing education to students and bringing peace to our world. Thank you.
Moving back geographically to Germany, to meet Professor Thomas White from George August University of Göttingen in Germany, and forgive me for my words in case I'm not saying it properly. Professor for Chemistry Education. His main areas of work concern the didactic reconstruction of socially relevant developments from various scientific and technical domains of chemistry for school chemistry education. Through a number of studies, he focuses on conceptualization of nanotechnology in the context of sustainable education. He is involved in numerous projects that aim to bring science back to school. Nanoscaled semiconducting methods in his school, chemistry education, is one of Professor Thomas White's recent studies. I would like to give the honor of inviting Professor Thomas White to say his words.
Dear President, dear directors, dear colleagues, dear Muhammad, thank you very much for the invitation here to Haifa University, to Haifa Arab College here, the possibility to bring my research here to Israel. I want to give some words about my first impressions here. I have got here in a little time. I met a lot of interesting students who are motivated, students who pose questions after a talk, which is not always the case. I met interesting teachers who are very motivated in their research, and I met a lot of colleagues. I think we can work very good together in fields of nanotechnology, and very important field, a field that covers not only our everyday life, it covers also aspects of industry, it covers aspects of medicine, it covers aspects of socially very relevant topics. And I hope to work together with my Israeli colleagues here. Thank you.
Moving to Georgia, in the United States, Professor Marika Kapinets from Lehigh State University. Professor Marika is one of the authors of National Curriculum in Physics and Science in Georgia. She was the coordinator of the Tempest Project SILIS that was successfully implemented in Europe in 2010-2012. She's actively involved in creating in-service teacher training courses, and she's the co-author of methodological books in education and in science education. One of her recent publications was for a sustainable future, implementation of the pupils' research base in Georgia. Professor Mariko, you're welcome on the stage, please.
Dear guests and colleagues, thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to start with the thanks words for giving me the possibility to be here. Thank you very much to Dr. Hujarat and your staff members of the college who give me this possibility to participate in this conference. So I'm from Georgia, but not from the United States. I am from Georgia. This is the small country between the Black Sea and Caspian Sea in Caucasus region. And I'm presenting here in Ilia State University, the second big university in the country. And as the president of Technion mentioned, how important it is to build the bridges, and my colleague and friend Ingo Ives told already that we built this bridge. We built this bridge with our campus project SALIS, with the Arab College of Education. And we developed this project together, and our project was announced from EU Commission as one of the best practice projects in EU countries for the period. And we are working now on our future projects. I hope very much that we will do some future work together with the College of Arab College of Education. And as President of Arab College of Education mentioned, how important the tolerance between people is. I know this very much. I know this because the Georgian people appreciate it very much. We have a small area in the old part of the capital of this country, in Tbilisi, where the mosque, synagogue, Orthodox church, Catholic church, and Armenian church, we are together. And during the centuries, all these people lived together, and we will to live together and to continue our duties and our living together. So I hope very much that we will develop together some future projects with other colleagues from EU countries, from United States, from Israel, and we will get some interesting results in science education and science education research. Thank you.
I would like now to go and to invite Professor Franz Ruck, the head of the Institute of Instructional and School Development, from the Albert University Klagenfurt in Austria. He is inter alia member of the leading team of the project, Innovations in Math, Science and Technology Teaching, IMST in Austria, as well as the university course on EST in teacher education. I would like to welcome Professor Franz from Austria to have his own words.
It is really a pleasure to me to be here in this conference. Let's say it's the fourth time that I'm in Israel. I have a close friend I met 50 years ago in northern England, and I will meet him tomorrow again. But this time I have real special, let's say, view of the Israeli society and the strong, let's say, vision that there is a chance that we will live together. And in my work, home in Austria internationally, I support networks. That people have different maybe opinions, have different ideas, but have a joint goal where they would reach. And this is a strong energy. And I will leave here real with some very interesting insights, and I learned a lot, and I hope we will meet in the future again. Thank you very much.
Moving to Germany to meet Dr. Sylvia Mark, IDM Chemistry Education, the University of Bremen in Germany. Professor Sylvia is a researcher and lecturer in chemistry education at the University of Bremen in Germany. Her research focuses on curriculum development in chemistry and science education and cultural diversity in science education, in addition to other fields. I would like to have the pleasure of inviting Dr. Sylvia Mark from Germany.
Dear Mr. Kamal, dear friends, thank you very much for having us here. This is my second time at the Arab College, and every time I feel more than welcome in the society. Why is the culture so important? I can tell you. I'm also an immigrant. I came from another country, Germany, and I know how important it is to understand the other country, to understand the other culture, to understand their morals. So, dear Mr. Kamal, I would like to encourage you to go on with your ideas, bringing the cultures together. From my research, I can tell you that in science education, in science classes, in high schools, it is possible to develop intercultural understanding and tolerance towards different cultures. So, what was the word? Shukran very much.
Thank you, Dr. Sylvia Margaret from Jordan. I would like to thank all the researchers who had their speech today. Science plays a central role in creating opportunities and solving problems. Our well-being, economy, and environment will all benefit from greater application of the new scientific knowledge. That's why basic science research deserves a steady commitment and investment. Before I close, I would like to thank each of you for attending our conference here in college and bringing your expertise to our gathering. You as organization leaders have the vision, the knowledge, the will, and the experience to help us fight our way into the future. You are truly our greatest asset today and tomorrow, and we could not accomplish what we do without your support and leadership. My personal respect and thanks goes to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite the President of the Arab College here in Haifa, in Israel, the Advocate Zeni Kemal, to honor his guests. Professor Kathy, to be honored by the President of the Arab College. Please stay on stage. I would like to welcome and to call Professor Engel to the honor. Professor Kurt Michaelman, please come. Professor Thomas White, please come. Professor Marika Cavendish, please. Professor Franz Roth. Dr. Sylvia Margaret.
Thank you very much.
That is not to forget our guest from Weizmann Institute of Science over in Israel. I would like to welcome you and to call you so that you can be honored. Dr. Rachel Malmak-Nolan. Dr. Ron Munger.
I want to say only a few words. First of all, I want to thank very much Hiba Hamashi, and I want to thank all of you that you participate us in this occasion, and I want to thank all of you, and we will have the photograph together in this occasion. I hope you will enjoy, you can continue eating, and I hope that we will live in peace, as I said, and also in good education. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You can continue eating your dinner. Bon appetit. Thank you very much for attending.
אני מאמין שאלה בעצם סייעו לנו להצלחה הזאת. תודה רבה לכם.